What's up, guys? Thanks for joining me. This is the Whiteboard Breakdown for June 2nd. So for today's workout, you have the option to either use a single dumbbell or kettlebell, or if you have a barbell, we also have a workout version where you can squeeze that in. So for the warm-up today, we're going to start off, since our workout has a 400-meter run, we're going to take off on a 400-meter to start. So if you don't know your 400-meter and you're not working out at the gym, make sure that we measure it out. So for most of us, if we run around an 8-minute mile or so or under, the 400 meters is going to most likely be around somewhere like a minute out and a minute back. It's just an easy way to time it as we take a fast jog on our warm-up. After we finish that 400, we have 3 rounds of 4 different exercises. So our first one we have is an overhead press. So walking down our lower body by squeezing our glutes, rib cage down, press directly over the shoulder, and then back into the rack. You have 7 on each side, and then we have 7 single leg RDLs. So if we need to, we don't have to use the weight first, which is totally fine. You can either hold this with one hand or hold this with 2 hands. We're going to, so our regular RDL with 2 feet would be hinging our hips back, keeping our back nice and flat. With 1 foot, it's the same exact thing. So I don't want to reach all the way down to the ground every single time if I'm not flexible enough to get there. Okay, so feel that tightness in your hamstrings and then stand it up. Again, 7 on each side. Then we have 7 sit-ups, just tapping over the head and then making sure our shoulders get just about over our hips. Then we have 7 goblet squats. So taking my single bell into my rack and 7 squats. On that first round, if we're still feeling a little tight, we can go body weight there as well, and then add the weight in the second and the third round. Okay, so moving on to some of our accessory work for the day. And over the last 6 weeks, we've been doing a little bit of upper body focus on the beginning of the week and a lower body squat focus at the end of the week. So this one, we have 4 rounds of 3 different exercises. Okay, we have a minute of rest, a minute and a half rest after each round. So for our first interval, it's going to be 30 seconds, followed by another 30 seconds, and then immediately into another. So a minute and a half of work, minute and a half of rest. First one, we have tricep extensions. So you can do this with either a single bell, or you can do this with a barbell as well. So we're going to grab both hands on the bar or the bell. From here, lock down our rib cage and glutes. My elbows will go to about 90 degrees or a little bit lower, and then squeeze and lock out at the top. So we're just going for time here, so we don't have to go super fast. We just want to keep moving the whole way. If you want, you can always stagger your feet here as well to get a little bit more balance if you need it. Okay, right after that 30 seconds of a tricep extension, we go right into 30 seconds of a Russian twist. So we're just aiming our elbow to our opposite knee, trying to keep our back flat as we go left to right. Okay, if you can't maintain a pretty flat back, you can put your feet down here, and if you feel really good about it, you can always add a little bit of weight for our rotation. The last one we have, 30 seconds of a bicep curl. So if we have a bell that's heavy enough, we can do just a single bell for 30 seconds. If we have a bell that's too light to work with both hands, you can do 30 seconds on one side, and then the next round, just switch it to the opposite arm. If you have a barbell, you can also use 2 hands for that 30 seconds. Remember, taking a minute and a half for a rest, and then restarting at the top of that round with tricep extensions. Now, Metcon time. So we have 5 rounds for time for this one, okay? So, just like in our warm-up, we start this one with a 400-meter run. So from our warm-up, we have a kind of an idea of what that slower pace would be, and most likely we're gonna increase the pace here so that our time is a little bit faster than what we did on our warm-up lap. Okay, as we come in, we have 20 alternating dumbbell snatches. So coming down into our good hinge position, our good deadlift. From here, I'm gonna drive into my feet, elbow goes high, and then I drive and punch my fist up to the ceiling. As I come down, I'm alternating here, so I can either alternate at the bottom, or if I want to alternate midair as I come down, you can do that as well. If we're using a dumbbell for the 20 alternating, we're just trying to move through that all 20. Okay, nice even pace the whole time. We're not sprinting yet, but we're trying to move the whole time. If we know we're a little fatigued with a snatch, it's okay to do 10, quick shake off, and then continue with another 10. If we're using a barbell here, pretty lightweight for our snatch. Our power snatch is going to be 95 for our guys, 65 for our females, and then work down from that number. With the barbell, it'll be a little bit different. Most likely shooting for about 5 to 10 reps, so getting to 2 to 4 sets to get to 20, with a very short rest in between because this is a little bit lighter weight. Right after we get done with our 20 snatches, then we have 20 overhead squats. So if we're working with a single dumbbell, just dumbbell overhead squats. So I'm going to do 10 on my right, 10 on my left, however we want to break that up. Most likely, what we want to do with a lighter weight with the dumbbell, 10, shake it off, 10, shake it off, and not go back and forth. With the barbell, it's going to be overhead squats with both hands in our snatch grip position, okay? Most likely, with that, breaking that up into two sets as well. 10, take a rest, 10. So don't go too heavy with the weight selection there if you can't reach those set numbers. Right after that, we're back up to our 400-meter run. We've got 5 total rounds of those 3 exercises. All right, guys, good luck with that one.